Congress has less than a month to get a funding bill approved and through both houses or risk a government shutdown with no speaker in sight. Lawmakers' hands are tied here. House Republicans are set to vote again today after Congressman Jim Jordan failed to secure enough support yesterday. Yahoo Finance's Rick Newman, he joins us now with more on this. Rick, what do we know? What are we tracking? When's the next vote?
Well, this vote today on Jim Jordan again seems kind of pointless because he didn't even come close to getting the speakership yesterday, and many analysts think there are going to be even more no votes against him today. So it's almost like just a pro forma exercise, I guess, because the House has nothing else to do, so they may as well fail to vote for another House Speaker. Why not? But the plan that's coming in place now is to is for the interim speaker, Patrick McHenry of North Carolina, the guy in the bow tie, to sort of become the caretaker House Speaker. So he doesn't want the job. He doesn't actually want to run for Speaker in its own right. But there is a way that he could sort of be empowered to be the Speaker pro tem, which would allow him to do more than he is able to do now by the House rules. He would be allowed to bring legislation to the floor so the House might actually be able to do some legislating and vote on some bills. And that seems to be sort of the last resort here, because there's nobody who seems like the Republicans would be able to elect as a permanent speaker. So if this plan for McHenry actually works, over in the Senate, they're saying, you know what, we're sick of this. We're going to put together a big bill that's going to have Israel support, Israel aid, Ukraine aid, Taiwan aid, and some kind of border funding. A big bill. It could be $100 billion or more. We're just going to put it together, and then we're going to send it to the House, and they're going to have to figure out what to do with it. So that might be a forcing function that gets the House moving, or gets the House Republicans moving. And then, of course, we've only got less than a month now before those temporary spending bills run out in November. So the next big question is, if they can get some way that allows them to function, the House Republicans, will they be able to address these bills? So we've got drama built into the calendar for basically as far as the eye can see for the House Republicans.
You know, DC normally delivers when we're talking about drama. But Rick, real quick, just a follow-up question, just in terms of what the extent of the power that McHenry would potentially have if, in fact, this does happen. Does he essentially have the same power as a speaker would then under this situation?
So this is an arcane question that we've never really had to deal with before. Yeah. So I have not read all 17,000 pages of, the House Rules Manual. But they would, the sort of experts on this would have to adjust the rules so that, they would have to change some rules. They don't have to change the Constitution. It's not a constitutional amendment. It all has to do with the way the House works. So it appears that they can change the rules enough for Congress to address the things it must do. And then if they can do that, let's say they get those spending bills passed and the government is funded for the next year, then they might actually try again to formally elect a speaker or some point early in 2024. What would change that would give somebody the ability to get all but three House Republicans lined up? I have no idea. But let's just get to tomorrow with these guys.
Yeah, certainly. No shortage of drama down there, especially about what's happening right now, the division within the GOP party. All right, Rick, thanks so much.
Bye, guys.